I have to delete my classmate number because I feel like I don't need them.
Everybody cannot be your friend.
Your first school friend can change your entire school experience.
Because you fit in doesn't mean you belong there.
Nobody wonders about how the school will be mentally exhausted. This is Diary of a University Student, Nigeria edition, where we talk honestly about school life. Hi, I'm Mistura, and this is
Adedolapo, and we'll be giving you gist on what is going on around the school, especially in Nigeria. So stay tuned. And today's episode, we'll be talking about the things we wish we knew before entering school. So, Mistura, what are the things you would advise your younger self to you wish you know or knew before entering school?
one of the things I think I wish I knew before entering school is that having a skill. Yeah, having a skill, because our certificate is not enough. You have to have a skill. And when I'm talking about skill, it's not a must to learn a skill that will take you up to like 6 months, 12, 1 year, 2 years. There are a lot of digital skill online now that they are online now that you don't have to like spend up to like 6 months before you are a master in it, right? So I feel like the first one is having a skill. Yeah, that's the first thing I think I wish I knew before entry school. And the second one is connecting with people more. Yeah, so coming to this school, I thought I could do this school alone. I thought I could handle it individually without any support from my classmates. It even got to some point that I had to delete my classmate number because I feel like I don't need them. But I later realized that you need your classmates more. Yeah, networking. Yeah, I think that are the two things I wish I knew before.
And to add to what you just said about connecting, trying to like connect and associate with other people. And when you are doing that, first of all, you need to understand the kind of person you are. Everybody cannot be your friend. You need to know that. So for you to know that those people that can be your friend, you need to understand your personality, what you like and what you do not like. So in that way, you know you won't end up mixing with the wrong people. You know, some kind of friendship, the fact that you people like you fit in together, you can relate in some things doesn't mean that you belong to that clique. So don't so you need like when you're making your friends, you need to like be clear on what you actually want. Or once you're clear on your goals, other things will fall into place. But once you're not clear, you intend to make a lot of mistakes. So in one word, just because you fit in doesn't mean you belong there. One thing I wish I advise my younger self is to always stand on my truth, and I should have a mindset of my own. Like I shouldn't bother about what people would think about me, because the moment I start thinking about what people would think of me, I'll start making unnecessary mistake and derail from my goals. So that's one advice I'll give my younger self. Do you have anything to say on that?
Just one sentence. Learn a skill. I'll
Okay.
give myself, I'll advise my younger self to learn a skill. Yeah. And also, your first school friend can change your entire school experience. The reason why I said that is that when I entered the school at first, my first friend was a guy, so we were cool at first and everything was going on smoothly. We
Yeah.
were good friends. We do come to school together. We do almost everything together. So at some point we had our first fight that led to us to like depart. And I won't belittle the person, though I'll keep the person anonymous. I won't belittle the person. But the level of seriousness is different. I'm very sure that if I didn't mean that I was still with him, like I didn't mean that I'm still with him, I might not be as serious as this because our level of seriousness is different. So the first friend you have in school shapes your entire experience. If the first friend you have is a party starter, you might not be a party starter, you might not be the person that used to go to party, but one day, one night, you won't like try it. You might not be the person that they used to influence quickly. but I bet it's with you. Like you want to try it one day, and when you try it once and you enjoy it, you keep doing that thing. So I think yes, your first friend is cool. We shape your entire school experience.
And I would like to add to what you just said. Even if it's not your first friend, the group of people you work with might shape your entire school experience. Especially when you have when before getting to school, you already know what you actually want from school. So when you get to school, and I'll use myself as an example. Before coming to school, one thing I have a skill, right? So I've always wanted to use my, like, after the skill, I feel like what I have is not enough. So I came to school to, like, I don't act for actually I don't actually know what is missing, but I know that something is missing from my skill. So I feel like maybe I should come to school for exposure. So when I got to school, all my mindset before coming into school was that once I get to school, I'll start like make friends, then start talking about my work, and like let them know what I actually do for a living, so they can like patronize me or and on and so on. But when I got to school, I ended up being a book person. Like I guess more serious. I was more focused on academics than what I actually came to school for. So I'm not saying that it is actually good, but my first year of university, I derailed from my actual goal. But even though the derail was now fully more of like a derail, if what I'm saying is making sense, because when I was in my 100 level, I was very serious with my academics. So I do not even have time, especially my first semester. I do not even have time for my work to even tell people that, oh, I do this, I do that. I do not even have time. I was just focused on getting a good grade. But after 100 level, I learned 100 level second semester, something started happening. I feel like I was getting better academically, but in terms of my skill, and that was the main reason I was in school. I decided to come to school. I was not improving. So when I got to 200 level, I feel like I need to like change the set of people I work with, in the sense that it's not that you change them, you just like limit the time you spend with each other, because I was not getting what I actually wanted. Because even though I was improving academically, in my head, I feel like I am not doing anything. Like, you know, when you're doing a
That
lot, but you
was not your
feel
actual goal.
when you're doing a lot in school, or when you're doing a lot, but you feel like you're not doing anything. So that was the feeling I was feeling. So as at that moment, I fit into the academy. I fit very well with everybody in terms of academics, but in terms of my own career, I was like, I was not supposed to be there at that moment, but I was there for the fact that I fit in. So if the fact that you fit in doesn't mean you belong there. So when I get to 200 level, yes, I started like focusing on my work. I do a lot of work, and if I do not have people that patronize, because I was still not serious. I don't even tell anybody that this is what I do. But instead of me going around telling people I do this, I do that. By the way, I'm a fashion designer. So instead of me telling people that I make outfits, I started dressing like a fashion designer. So I started showing up, dress nicely and everything, and people started noticing my work. And for my 200 level, I would say that I achieved the main reason I came to school, I achieved it because I changed the set of people I work with. And currently in 300 level, I feel like I've already achieved what I wanted to achieve. So I need to, like, when you achieve one set of a goal, you need to like upgrade. Don't just say because you have already achieved one thing, and that is all. Then you need to upgrade. So in 300 level, I feel like I need to like improve. So 300 level was more of like connecting. 100 level, I was not connecting with people. I was very focused on academic. 200 level, I was focused on my fashion work, like dressing and showing up. And 300 level, I want to like push my brand out there. People already know what I do. A lot of people, I will not say everybody, but a lot of people already know what I do. So I need to like start showing that I cannot just make outfit for myself alone. I can make it for other people. So So in one word, because you fit in doesn't mean you belong there. So when I realized that because I fit in doesn't mean I belong there, make me, and I was even able to like balance my school and career skill. I was able to still continue doing better in my academics because I make sure that I attend lecture. I make sure I do every little test, assignments, group work, and everything. So that was because all these things, attendance, assignments, group work, and everything, it adds to your score. If you are focusing based on just examination, you will hardly have like A or even B. You have to struggle with B, but if you have your attendance and your tests and assignments, if you have like if they are okay, because those are even your foundation. So if you get your foundation very well, to have good grade will not be high. So that's how I was able to balance my academics with my career.
So add to what she said, attendance, assignment, tests, everything, they matters a lot because I used to tell people that most times if I write exam, I'm not always sure. But at the end of the day, when my result comes out, I'll say that I have an A in that course. Well, I've come to realize that as exam is not enough for us. If you want to get an A in a course, you have to take your attendance serious. And the time that I don't miss lectures, my classmates they know me. I don't miss lectures and my assignments. So I'm the type I don't procrastinate. The moment they give us assignments, even though I cannot do it at that moment, maybe because of full scap sheet or something, because I used to keep it at home. I will, the moment I get home like this, the first thing I would do, even before eating, I will have to like make sure to bring my book out and start to like make some research, maybe while preparing for something to eat or while thinking for something that I will eat. I'll make sure that I do my assignment that day because I don't know what might come up. I might say that I will do it tomorrow and tomorrow come now and something happened or maybe I get busy or something. So I make sure that I do my assignment instantly the day that, not instantly, but the day that they gave us, I make sure I do it. And third, the test, I read during, if we want to do test, I read like I'm having exam. So, yeah, I read like I'm having exam. So the test, there's sometimes that I'll get bad grade in test and I'll be crying. Though some people will be surprised, but I know what I'm aiming for because I know that if my CA is bad, my exam is bad already. I might say I will go and prepare for exam, and at the end of the day, I fuck up during exam. So I make sure that my CA is very solid and my exam too is okay. So that's what I would say to say because there are sometimes that we feel like we can go and face it in the exam and most of them will be saying that oh this exam is tough and at the end of the day some people get better. It's the CA that is pushing them. So I will advise us as students that we should take our CA seriously. Also, school can either break you or build you depending on how you handle it.
So in everything you do, make sure you always plan. If there is any error in your planning, there will always be error in every other step. So make sure that in everything you do, make sure that you plan it very well. Thank you, and that will be all for today's episode. We hope that you enjoy it and stay tuned for more because we have a lot of things to share with you guys, and we are very sure that you guys will be able to relate to. So, bye.